And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to Gem and the Crypto, episode 1108. Today is Monday, June 19th, 2023, and I'm King here to bridge the gap between the community and crypto every day, Monday through Friday at 10ish. Today is actually a short show. Happy Juneteenth to everyone out there. We know it's a holiday, so it's a short show, just checking in from the weekend. Not a lot of news to cover, so we're really going to be covering a few stories today. Twitter suspends meme coin linked AI bot after Elon Musk's crypto scam. Crypto payments platform Wyre shutters, citing bear market conditions, and watch out Ordinals. 30,000 ETH inscriptions land on Ethereum now. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and start off this wonderful, bountiful, beautiful Monday with the prices. All right, so we got Bitcoin coming in $26,480 down, or excuse me, just flipped up 0.05%. Ethereum at number 2, $1,725 down 0.39%. That's number 6 since 3, 4, and 5 are all, excuse me, number 4 BNB coins. I'll say they're all stable coins, but number 4 BNB is at $242.90 down 1.42%. Number 6 Ripple at 48 cents up 0.2%. Number 9 is actually Tron. TRX is up in there. 0.069 cent down 0.74%, and number 10 Solana at $15.59 down 0.3%. Trending coins BNB, of course, they've been in the news as Binance been trying to figure out their regulatory issues. SUI is in the news, actually up 1.4%. I saw a story on that. What were they getting hacked or something to get their capital back? I'm not sure what's going on, but I saw something with SUI going on. Then Robo Pepe, just in case you get enough Pepe, that one's up 96.82%. And recently added, I have no clue what this is, Ibiza's Bay Fortune, Annoying Orange, and Leash Club. So more dumpster diving for the tokens you never heard of, nor have I. All right, really quick, let me go to these comments section, get this video going with these comments. So what's going on, Malik Howard? Welcome back to the show. Long time no see. Hope you've been well. Let's see. There we go. Got a few people popping in. Make sure you smash that like and share. As I said, this is going to be a semi-short show. Not a lot of stories from over the weekend, which is all good. But let's see. What do we have? Top up. Twitter suspends an account. Where is? Let me pull this up. Twitter suspends meme coin linked AI bot after Elon Musk's scam crypto claim. I've actually seen this AI bot before. I didn't realize it had a token behind it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Explain this bot, the popular AI-powered Twitter account, also linked to a meme coin, was suspended shortly after Elon Musk called it a scam. I did not know they had a meme coin behind it. But yeah, I would have automatically called it a scam as well because they explain this bot while it works as a Twitter bot. I thought it was just a Twitter bot where people had questions. They can say, explain this, Bob, or it's like Elon made a new message on Twitter. What's going on? Explain this, Bob. The 2024 national voting has stopped for elections for the United States presidents has happened. Who won? Explain this, Bob. You can do stuff like that. And explain this, Bob will come back with an answer almost immediately for you. So I have seen this being used the last few months. I didn't realize it was a meme coin associated with it. I thought it was just a friendly Twitter bot that can kind of help you get information, source information that you could not readily or did not want to readily find on your own. But it looks like it may be a little bit more nefarious than that. Musk alleged that the account was a scam in a tweet on June 18th. In a reply to the bot, the account was seemingly suspended soon after. You're talking about some power right now. You can see here, this sure looks like a scam crypto account. If so, it will be suspended. Looks like he did some digging, decided it was, and suspended. They explained this Bob account reportedly amassed over 400,000 followers. I did realize that too a few weeks ago when I saw the followers. I was like, how the fuck do I not hear about this new stuff? Before its suspension, the bot was created by Prabhu Biswal from India and used OpenAI's GPT-4 model to comprehend and provide responses to tweets by those who tagged the account. So again, you can literally just tag the account, ask some questions, or search for information, and that query will essentially bring it back. It was a Bing bot essentially. The project was also linked to the ERC20 meme coin Bob token. Again, I did not realize this, which was launched in April. The suspension sent the price of Bob down over 30%, according to CoinGecko. And honestly, this was going to get crazy in this space where you talk about, what exactly is market manipulation and stuff like that. Like, if this was a real token with a with the real plan or roadmap or all this other stuff. Just because one person, no matter how powerful that person is, says it's a scam, doesn't mean it's necessarily a scam. Of course, I'm not saying that it's not either. I'm just saying that it's pretty incredible that again, one person kind of dictate what that token would or can or can't be in this market. And if they're wrong, does that qualify for market manipulation? So you can kind of see the Bob token here now. Again, it was launched, it looks to be toward the end of April at about 7,147 Satoshis, if I just as a quick look. And since then, it looks like it's actually returning back to that price point. Its all-time high happened around May, where, goodness gracious, it got to about 152 pennies up there. So a lot of movement already, but again, it looks like another pump and dump token. But at the very least, at least this token had some some utility to it. I guess not necessarily the token, but the account has some utility to it. I guess the token just got popular because of the account is my assumption. And then after it pumped, it probably dumped once people realized it was nothing more to it than just a an AI chat GPT generated bot for Twitter. But again, looks like the suspension is a U-turn on Musk's earlier impression of the bot, who tweeted, "I love Bob," in response to one of his tweets on April 20th, a tweet that also prominently features on the project's website. All right, again, you know me, I look at the headlines and go to the story. But now that I look further upon the story, is Elon Musk pulling the old McAfee pump and dumps? I mean, you can't say you love Bob. And again, this is where, it actually doesn't look like it wouldn't be beyond him. I mean, we know he pumped and dumped Dogecoin. So this is really the same as that to me. It's like, hey, Elon, you want to make a quick $100 million? Do, a pump and dump. Yeah, you can't say I love Bob. And then it pumps a week, 2 weeks later, which it looks like it happened here. And then a few months later, say this thing is a scam and shut it down. Now, what I will say is he's doing his pump and dump smart. If this ever were to go to front of the SEC or any type of regulatory body, he could say, I just say I love Bob. I have a friend named Bob. I can introduce you to a friend named Bob. He's a billionaire. You think he can't find a Bob? But in reality, we know what he was talking about was this coin. So yeah, I didn't realize that. That's kind of crazy to see. Like, Elon, come on, man. You out here pumping and dumping shit coins. This is hilarious. I mean, not that is beyond you. Again, he did do Dogecoin and supported a few other ones out there. So it's not beyond him or outside the realm of possibilities, but it's also like, God, even the so-called billionaires out here pumping and dumping coins. So again, this is unfortunate to see that he's done this. He loves Bob one day, another day he doesn't, I guess. We're going to have to take a quick peek at these tweets. But again, it looks like, again, Twitter hasn't taken action against the account for Bob token. They just did it for the actual token. They made that remarks. The project team humorously responded to the news of suspicion, sharing a meme of Musk monitoring a distraught Bob in prison. So Bob doesn't seem to really care, and nor would I if the pump has already happened and most of the bags have been made. But again, we'll continue to follow this story. Looking at other people on Twitter mentioning it. So does Elon Musk plan to provide any proof of Bob being a scam, or we just expect to take his word for it? As I said, again, whether it's a scam or not, who's the person to call it out and say it's a scam or whatever. But yeah, if you start calling things a scam, you got to kind of go into the due diligence of what causes it to be a scam. So I'm kind of with that. I'm not with them actually defending the meme coin, but it is pretty funny that people are trying to do so. But again, I love this. This is another day in cryptocurrency where you have a billionaire talking about a token that could or could not be a scam that he could or could not have pumped at times before. So here's those tweets. Let's see. Don't talk about crypto. Elon, Gary Gensler won't like it. That's pretty funny. Finally, you come to your senses. So that's what I mean. When people are saying this, then that means that, yeah, Elon probably was flip-flopping on this. And of course, let's go ahead and look at that earlier tweet to see what he put. I love Bob. He's like Wikipedia, simple English, but cool. Of course, you have everybody jump on the bandwagon. So yeah, I have to say this is Elon pumping and dumping in the background with everyone else. Or maybe he's just making the pump and dumper purveyors of these type of tokens wealthy just to be friends with them. Who knows? But regardless, again, it's kind of funny to say you love this token or you love, essentially everything about this token or this project, at least on the Twitter side of the house, and then a month later say it's a scam. Maybe he didn't know about the whole token. I didn't know about the token. I knew about the AI chatbot. So maybe that's what it was. Let's hope so. All right. Let me look at these comments real quick. I see them rolling in. What's going on? Less Square, Jersey in the house, blockchain bully. Sounds like Gensler has a strain coin going on out there. Hilarious. I'm going in and out. Hopefully you can hear me pretty well. I think I'm good right now. It looks like I'm good on my side, so hopefully you can hear me on that side as well. All right, Twitter is I already mentioned this. Twitter, excuse me. Crypto payments platform Wyre shutters, citing bear market conditions. It looks like another one unfortunately bites the dust. That is right. Wyre has begun the process of winding down and noted that interested parties can now start inquiring about purchasing the firm's assets. That's right. We have lost another one. San Francisco-based crypto payments firm Wyre is shutting down after almost 10 years in business, citing the financial challenges of the bear market and not having anything to do with hawkish regulatory agency direction in the United States. Whether it has to do with the regulatory environment, which I think encourages the bear market, or the bear market directly, it is unfortunate to see that, a project, a business, a group that's been here for 10 years in this space is shutting down. And again, we definitely understand. That's why, again, we take these little mini breaks sometimes where we're gone for a few weeks because we don't want to shut down. We don't want to shut it down due to a bear market or the unfortunate circumstances of the regulatory regimes that are here. But it's like sometimes you have to take those mini breaks. I do feel a lot of people, especially people who've been in the market for a very long time, are just plain old tired. I mean, it is one thing. It's one thing to not have any clarity or to even be okay with operating with no clarity in this gray area, but to have literally, which I think is un-American, your own regulatory agencies come after companies after company after company and try to disrupt innovation, try to disrupt business as is, like that becomes a very tiring set of mental Olympics as well as actual Olympics to do within the business to make it work. So I can see why some firms will either shut down again, whether it's to the bear market and them not being able to make the money they need to make, or the regulatory environment that's stopping their business from being a business. But in a June 16 blog post, the firm stated that it made the difficult decision to wind down to protect the best interests of our key stakeholders and customers. Again, this is what we often say on here when we see people make billions in crypto and stuff. We're like, why are you still operating? Like, if you haven't noticed by now, the United States government, for whatever weird reason, even though the weird reason is literally 100 to 200 very wealthy people, many of them bankers who don't want their legacy system disrupted. That's really what it is. It has nothing to do about protecting people. They definitely don't want new technology. These people want pen and paper and they want to write out every math problem because they don't want to use the calculator because they didn't invent it. So, you know, in a blog post, this firm stated that it made a difficult decision to wind down to protect the best interests of their key stakeholders and customers. To me, that's a company saying, hey, we've been mildly successful. We can be very successful and take this thing far and wide, but our government, our regulators aren't allowing us to do it. And instead of fighting them and trying to push this thing far and wide, we're just going to give everybody their money back. We're going to give everybody their money back plus more. We had a good run. We could have an even better run, but right now the regulatory regime won't allow it. And I'm with them. They're a San Francisco-based company. I'm assuming they have connections to other companies, projects, executives, so on and so forth. So they're not trying to poke the bear. They're probably just like, you know what, whatever. Like, we're not going to say why. We'll just say the bear market. It didn't work out. We're done. But we all know when you're talking about payment firms in the crypto space, they are receiving like the heaviest blows by the government right now. Wyre continues to secure customer assets. If you have assets on the Wyre platform, you can continue to withdraw them via Wyre's dashboard until Friday, July 14th. After then, we'll have a separate process to recover assets remaining on the platform, the firm said. Again, it's unfortunate to see. It's after a decade, Wyre is finally winding down. And again, they are saying this is because of the bear market. The firm has reportedly circled the drain since one-click checkout company Bolt canceled its plans to acquire Wyre for $1.5 billion in September 2022. You're talking about a death blow right there, folks. Not sure what happened there, but I'm assuming because the entire market was collapsing. You know, Terra, Celsius, BlockFi, even Gemini has some issues because of some of their debtors as well. And then, of course, you had the FTX scandal and now things like Wyre. So I think we're still feeling the effects of that spiral from last year. Some of these companies, again, thought they were going to get bought up. It didn't happen. And now it looks like companies like Wyre, unfortunately, have to close the door. And this is that actual press release they put out a few days ago. Yeah, they said due to marketing conditions. So it sucks. I do like how they point out this decision is not due to any regulatory agency direction. To me, that was interesting to put there because, again, that's saying that they're kind of protecting their other businesses. I'm sure they got a tap on the shoulder at some point, which is probably why they're trying to sell it. but it is officially going to be gone. Short letter, few paragraphs long, and we've lost another one from 10 years. Another one bites the dust. This is crypto. You got to give them props for even lasting that long in this space. That's kind of amazing to do in of itself for sure. All right, last but not least, we're going to be talking about ETH inscriptions. Watch out, Orino's 30,000 ETH inscriptions land on Ethereum. Inspired by Bitcoin, Orino's inscriptions. ETH inscriptions offer a new way to mint NFTs on Ethereum. Again, it's one of those things where I always say where it's like, if you like, why are you copying something else if you're so cool, right? If you have the new tech, if you're the cutting edge, if all this great stuff is happening, why are you copying? I have to ask the same thing here to Ethereum. But it looks like Ethereum users have been giving another way to create non-fungible tokens, NFTs, and other digital assets on the blockchain with the launch of a new protocol. Launched on June 17th, the protocol does inscriptions is a nod to the Bitcoin Ordinals protocol, where assets are known as inscriptions. It was developed by music website Genius.com co-founder Tom Lehman, who uses the pseudonym Middle March on Twitter. Lehman declared the project a huge success in a series of tweets on June 17th and noted nearly 30,000 inscriptions have been created within the first 18 hours of the protocol going live. You can see here that tweet with almost 30,000 inscriptions in less than 18 hours. The launch was a huge success. Thanks for the massive potential help here, or massive potential here. I am on these inscriptions 24/7, but I need your help. And of course, they provide some information when you can reach out. Now, one of the reasons why I want to point it out is because if it's going to have any type of trend similar to what we saw in Bitcoin's inscriptions, whatever, in the Ordinals projects, then you might be seeing some more pumps happen in the market very quickly. You have to remember, this came what is now a holiday weekend for Juneteenth because the government did not want to do any real work with the community of white and black Americans to help the healing and fixing process. Instead, they said, listen, stop the riots and we'll give you a holiday. You guys have another day off and some more diversions to keep you busy. And that's what they did. They gave Americans another holiday instead of actually figuring out the problem. So because that was a holiday weekend, a lot of people probably don't know this actually happened or aren't in tune that much to it. But you better believe as this week goes on until next week, next few weeks, as more people find out about it, you may begin to see this heavily utilized, and it could bring about new markets we didn't see coming, especially in the NFT market. So for a lot of people, that means pumps. That means there's opportunities for them to buy low and sell high. So I would be paying attention to some of the new inscriptions that comes out. Looks like users are currently limited to image-only inscriptions, but Lehman says the protocol will allow for different file types to be uploaded in the future. Currently, users are able to inscribe any image as long as it's less than 96 kilobytes in size. So again, it's not like a huge project yet. It's just starting, but that is why sometimes getting at the ground floor will reward some people. It looks like it's been dubbed, Lehman's debut project on the inscriptions protocol has been dubbed Ethereum Punks, witness a considerably positive response to the community, with all 10,000 assets being claimed near instantaneously. So as you can see, it's already happening. But of course, we'll continue to look for the next few weeks to see what type of pumps or any type of price movement and action happen in this space when we're talking about ETH inscriptions, which they claim is a new way of creating and sharing digital artifacts on Ethereum using transaction call data. Also introducing Ethereum punks, because why should all non-contract punk collecting happen on Bitcoin? So again, we could see Bitcoin projects literally copied for the Ethereum groupies and supporters, and then those prices find price action in that same sort of fashion. So we'll see what happens. If anything, it'll be like Bitcoin, Ethereum, where it's a considerably less amount, but there's still value there, or at least the price point is there. So we can see again, they're trying to do Ethereum punks instead of Bitcoin ones, or vice versa, or whatever. They're just trying to copy projects. So the market cap for this project, let's say on Bitcoin, be $1,000. You might see the same thing pop up on Ethereum for $100, right? Again, it's another option, alternative for those in the space. But it adds competition, and it definitely adds a new market. So make sure you look out for ETH inscriptions here in the next few weeks to see what happens with that market. Will we see any different type of price action? Will it change the inscriptions on Bitcoin and the amount of people who actually use it there? And yes, I did realize they probably weren't sending out notifications today by the low people watching. It's a holiday, so maybe YouTube's on holiday as well. I almost didn't wake up. Yesterday was a tough one for me, folks. I was trying to catch up on rest and all that good stuff, but I did say we're going to start back to Monday through Fridays. So I want to make sure we at least checked in here for a brief moment. So, of course, you can always watch the playback. Make sure you smash that like and share. And we will see you all tomorrow.